Hey everybody, Little Ray here.
And I'm Julie.
What do you do here, Julie?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
Actually, yes, I do. My official title is Director of Development, but that's just like a really fancy term for someone who takes care of a lot of the fundraising efforts and donation efforts and a lot of public engagement, which we're doing right now.
Yeah, and so Julie has the role of helping me to tell our story with respect to our journey, not just now but moving forward with FAIR, the Foundation for Animal Rescue and Education, our nonprofit, as well as our wonderful Little Ray's Nature Center, and making sure that people know who we are, what we're doing, and obviously we've been very public with a lot of the challenges through COVID and how we're navigating, and obviously we greatly appreciate everyone's support.
Absolutely. We wouldn't have been able to get to this point of even being able to navigate if it wasn't for the help of all of you out there. We've had a lot of support from the general public, and we're very, very grateful.
Yeah, we're extremely thankful. As many people know, we've had two GoFundMe campaigns now. One of them was in July, which had a massive uptake, and then even more so back in January when we were really getting pushed really to the edge of our rope.
Yes.
And without that support, and it's financial support, but it's mental and emotional support as well. And we really needed both, and we need both, and we continue to do so. One of the things that Julie sometimes gets frustrated with me,
Just a little.
is my everything is rosy and trying to stay positive and everything else, and I've always found it very difficult to ask for handouts and to the public and stuff like that. And Julie's like, look, you need to make sure you're telling people what are happening. So the good news is that with the donations, we've had another government loan that we received back in late January, early February, that we've been able to cover some of the losses that we've had over the last 3 months as well. And
it helps us keep the lights on and move forward and keep trying to push through to the next step. It gives us a bit of breathing room, some space to think and kind of gather resources.
Yeah, and continue to try to pivot. And a lot of businesses like ours, though, we're facing some real realities. And the good news is we're starting to see some light at the end of the tunnel. I always said the last time I saw the light at the end of the tunnel, I thought it was the sun, and it turned out to be the steam engine coming right for me, and that was a little bit rough, but I managed to survive.
The light is there, and I don't want to make you upset, but it could be just a little bit further than where you think it is.
Right.
And that is because, yes, we are able to exist and navigate right now, but everything that you've borrowed so far is going to have to get paid back.
Yes.
So we're surviving on, obviously, the generosity of the public and a tremendous amount of debt, like loans that you've had to take out, which will have to be paid back.
And the reality is, and look, I've been very public about this, and people know this, that we have had the wage subsidy program, which I'm very thankful. It allows me to keep people like Julie working in our corner, kind of driving that ship. It actually, I have a salary, and my salary, there's only a maximum that we can get paid on it, but it helps myself, and I support my family with that right now. And the rent subsidy has been certainly things that we've been able to utilize, but the other operations money for feeding the animals, the vet care, the overhead, the other parts of the staffing that aren't covered, rent, so forth. Loan payments are huge. We still have to make full loan payments, lease payments, everything else. We've had to borrow money for that. And at this point in time, the only other money we've received is one $20,000 grant. That's it. And we have now borrowed $1.4 million. And that's what you keep talking about.
Yes.
Like, we've borrowed $1.4 million now to cover our losses.
So if you see a lot of fundraising happening on our page, a lot of activities that we're asking you to participate in, to share with everyone, it's because we need to be able to climb out of this debt that we'll be facing once the pandemic is lifted. We're really trying to set the stage and make a plan moving forward so that even after this is all over, because it will be, that we can still move forward and carry on as this wonderful organization that we are.
Yeah, and you know, for full transparency, and I always like to make sure, you know, our expenses are so unique because of the live animals and where we were as a business and the sheer expenses for caring for those live animals. Uh, $1.4 million, and we're probably still not done.
No.
There's probably going to be some more that are going to be coming. The reality is that we probably have a 10 to 15 year recovery coming out of COVID-19. And please, as I talk about this, obviously our number is very big because of the scope of our two buildings and the number of animals, but please, 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 you know, you need to consider other businesses. We're not unique to that. These other sectors that have been shut down, whether they be restaurants, retailer, tourism-based organizations, it is so important that when the pandemic appears to be over, that people are still really going above and beyond to support those organizations, because many of them are absolutely riddled with more debt than they've ever had in their life. And you know, we're starting to see restaurateurs and stuff saying, look, I'm just going to sell my business so that I don't have $150,000, $200,000, $250,000 in debt, and I'm going to try to start something new. So
We've been in a survival phase, and then we're going to reach a point of a recovery phase, which is going to be just as important as the survival phase, if not more so.
But I'm really thankful for Julie. You know, all these fundraising initiatives that you see coming out. She's been very patient with me. You know, she wishes at times I'm a bit more transparent telling that story. And you know, but the reality is I've always tried to remain very positive, and I am super thankful. And we do really appreciate your support, and we will continue to be open and honest and transparent, and even as we recover, and
Absolutely.
to see, you know, where it's going to come. But when we are able to open, it's not just the donations that have come in, the amount of support we've had through booking private tours, Zoom calls,
All of it.
all of it.
Slothogram orders,
Yeah, our online store went crazy.
That's all offering support that is so greatly appreciated right now.
Anyways, we thank you,
Yes, thank you.
and I'm thankful for you.
I'm thankful for you.
Awesome.